Lovelies! Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Maria and today's video is going to be a pretty fun one, for me anyway, because we're going to be renovating my book room / office, and you will have seen a sneak peek of it in my last vlog because I had to film the last clip and it's already been done. So this has been obviously a bit of a work in progress over the last couple of months. I kind of started it about 2 months ago and then most of it's been pretty much done in the last weekend. I was just procrastinating getting it done, but been wanting to do my office up and do this book room up essentially for quite a long time. Before it was really a mismatch room just full of old furniture that we had, storing loads of things that we probably didn't really need, so I did a lot of clearing out. But essentially because I work from home, I'm in this room quite a lot. I'm in here for around 8 hours per day and I just wanted it to be a nice space to be in, and I'm really happy with how it's turned out, and it's definitely making me want to sit in here more and more. I unfortunately haven't had much time to actually read in here, but it's definitely made it feel like a much nicer room to be working in, and I can't wait to have a bit of downtime so that I can just read in here and really enjoy it now that it's done. But yeah, I'm going to pass you back to past Maria so that we can go through kind of where we started from and kind of where we got to now. As you can see a little bit, it is obviously done now, but I'll pass you back to Maria of the past so that we can kind of start from the start and you can see the change and the progression and see how it all turned out. Okay, so just to give you a bit of a before, this is kind of my office area here, and a lot of this is going to be staying the same. It's kind of going to be the same setup. There's not going to be much changing here. What we will be changing is the wallpaper back here. So I did have two options that I was looking at, and this was the first one I kind of picked up, and I did like it, but I think the more I looked at this one, I just really liked it. I think the muted kind of almost lilac-y pink tone is more me, definitely, because I think this is maybe just a bit too pink for me, but either way we were going for kind of the floral vintage kind of style, so hopefully getting this wallpaper up tonight. So I just want to do this quick before we get that done. At the minute it's just kind of a, listen, I'm a millennial, so this is all pretty grey. My whole house is kind of pretty grey and I'm kind of getting out of that now. I want to add a bit of colour here and there, but really like this one. I think it's a Laura Ashley wallpaper. If anyone's interested, I will link it in the description, but hopefully be getting this up tonight, and then the rest of the walls I'll probably be painting like either white or very light pink. It won't be very in your face or anything, will be quite muted, but as I say, this whole setup will probably be staying pretty much the same. Same as with my TBR shelves, they will be staying basically where they are. I'm just obviously moving these at the moment so we can get the wallpaper up. And then I've got my kind of romance shelf here. The main place where there's going to be a big difference is here. So this big kind of chest of drawers is going to be moving into another bedroom because I don't really need it in here. It's kind of storing a lot of junk, basically just things that don't have a place anywhere else. So I'm going to be moving this, and then on this side we're basically going to have shelves going all along this wall as well as this wall in here. Basically just going the whole way along and the whole way around, and then I'll have space kind of in the middle here for a chair, and it'll essentially be just like a bit of a reading nook. But yeah, that's kind of what we're going for, just a bit more of a library room rather than just my office. But yeah, really excited to see the changes once they're all done. But this is kind of the before, and then obviously I'll bring you along on the progress as the room changes. Hey all, so it's been a while since I filmed that first clip kind of with the old wallpaper. It's been about a month. It has been a month, so I haven't updated this because basically I haven't done anything different than updating the wallpaper, but I did want to kind of show you the progress. So show you the new wallpaper kind of in situ, and then basically what I've got done so far. Okay, so as you can see, this is kind of the desk area, and this is the new wallpaper in situ. So it's a lot more vintagey looking, a lot more kind of in keeping with the style I want to go with. So it's a Laura Ashley wallpaper. I really love the design on here, but I can't seem to get an angle where I can kind of show you the whole wall, but this is it kind of, it's just kind of like a feature wall, so it'll just be along this back wall here. Then to be honest, obviously nothing else has really changed apart from over here. I used to have my kind of chest of drawers in this area, but I have now got my reading chair in the corner. So obviously behind here I'm going to have my shelves, and they're going to be built up in that corner, but decided to get this built and just get it kind of out of my hallway, and I'm really happy with it. I'm not sure if this is going to be kind of the final design of pillows and things like that. I might go and look in TK Maxx just to see what they have, but it's really comfy. I'll kind of show you the size of it. It doesn't look too big on this, but I'll go and sit on it so that you can see the size of it. Yeah, so as you can see, it is pretty big, so it's going to be really perfect for just sitting and reading and relaxing. It's really comfy as well, so really excited to get obviously the shelves up behind me so that I have like my little reading nook. and I'll be excited to see it once it's all finished. And you will have seen in the B-roll that I did end up picking up the paint from B&Q, so it's going to be like a nice kind of blush pink, something that's going to kind of match the wallpaper. So I'm hoping to start painting this week so that I can have it all done by the weekend, so that next week I can hopefully build my shelves and get some of the books that have just basically been lying all around my house onto those shelves and get those filled. But yeah, just thought I'd give you this quick update on where I am at the minute. As I say, next step is to paint these walls, and then we'll be looking at building the shelves and getting them put up and getting the books on there, and finally getting this little reading nook done. One of the worst jobs was basically moving my drawers from this room into my other spare room, because it was just one of those things, there was things sitting on it and it was going to be heavy, and I just procrastinated for at least 4 weeks there. So that was kind of the first step that I needed to do to start the work on this little nook. So as soon as I got that done, I got the chair up, got it out of its box, got it built. This was actually so hard to build. Tell me why this was the most awkward thing to put together, but really glad I've got it done now. It's really got me motivated now just to get this done so that I can have my new cozy little reading nook. But yeah, hopefully be painting this week, so I'll probably do a bit of B-roll of me painting and starting that, with the hopes of kind of getting the shelves up by next week. So as you will have seen from the last clips, I finished with the painting, so the walls are the right colour now. And initially I was going to be putting my new shelves in this corner, and I was kind of going to be doing like a corner setup and having the shelves kind of going around the whole wall, but this chair is actually pretty chunky, the one that I've got, so I ended up kind of switching around my plans and essentially moving the shelf that I had on the other side of the wall, so usually beside my desk, I actually moved it over here to be in the book nook, and I'm going to get like a little lamp kind of set up for here and like a little table, bit of a coffee table so I can put my drinks or whatever, and kind of make this the nook. So I will show you it all kind of once it's done in the video and kind of show you everything that's over here, but I just thought it was going to look too crowded, the seat was going to be sitting out too much, and it wasn't going to have kind of that cozy and comfy feel that I was looking for. So actually really happy with how it turned out. As I say, I'm going to show you it all at the end, but yeah, decided to put the shelves on the other side of my room, so it'll kind of be beside my office setup, where I'll have kind of a slightly smaller version of the same setup as I have in my bedroom, so just kind of the white shelves along there that I can put all the books that I've read, you know, any overspill that I have now, maybe any series that I'm in the middle of, I can have them on there as well. But now that the painting and everything is done and I've moved the shelves over here, I am going to now build the new shelves, so hopefully they won't be too complicated. I know the Billy book shelves aren't very complicated to build at all, and these shelves are actually slightly smaller than the Billy book shelves, so I got them from a different company. They're not Billy book shelves, they are from a different company, and as I say, they're just slightly smaller than the Billy book cases, so hoping they won't be too difficult to build. But I'm gonna give it a go now, try and get them built today so that I can start filling them and putting books on them and seeing if I need to get any wee trinkets or anything like that to fill them up. But obviously hopefully they won't be full. I may put quite a few books on there, but I don't think they're going to be full because I don't think I'll have enough books to fill them, hopefully at least get them built so that they're there and ready for me to put books that I've read, or as I say, series and things like that that I'm in the middle of on there. But yeah, I'll probably try and get a bit of footage of me building the shelves, probably struggling to build the shelves, but once I've got those built thought I'll come on and show you kind of where they're going to be and where they're going to be situated, and then I'll probably just start trying to dress them. But yeah, really excited. It's all really coming together now, so really happy with how it's all turning out. And I forgot to mention that I actually ended up moving those shelves at around midnight last night. I don't know if anybody else gets this, but sometimes I just get like a burst of energy at like 11:30 at night, and I want to do all the little jobs that I haven't done that day, and that kind of happened last night. So these ended up getting moved because I just knew I wouldn't be able to sleep without looking to see what it was going to look like. So yeah, it was a bit of a midnight madness, but really glad I done it because I do think that it looks a lot better than what my original plan had been. But yeah, as I say, going to build the new shelves, and I'll let you see them once they're up and kind of situated, and then we'll start putting some books on there. So as you will have seen in the B-roll, I have got the shelves now built, and oh my god, they were the hardest shelves I've ever had to build. They were just mainly because my electric screwdriver wouldn't work, so I was doing it all by hand, which normally isn't a problem, you know, it just takes a bit more elbow grease to get it done. But with these, for some reason, I think the holes weren't fully drilled, so you really needed like a power drill or a screwdriver or something like that to do it, whereas I was just doing it with my hand. So I'm a little bit battered and bruised today from doing it, but really glad to have got them up. So just want to show you kind of what I've done. I've put on a few books. I haven't kind of fully done it yet, but I'm just putting on some books now. So just wanted to give you a quick look at where I am with it. So as you can see here, we've got the 3 shelves, and then just trying to separate it out mostly by kind of genre. So at the minute it's kind of romance and literary fiction I've got over on this side. Then I've just started filtering in some of my fantasy books on this side as well. So probably take me a little while just to work that out, see what books I want on here, and properly lay out the books and everything like that. So be doing that over the next couple of days, weeks. I'll probably change it a few times as well. The only other thing that I've done is added a picture just behind my little book nook, which you can actually see here. So let me just see if I can show you. So the glare from the window might be, oh there we go, I've got it better. So this is just a little print I got from Etsy, and just really pretty. I've had it for a little while now, just waiting for this to be done, and really happy to get this up. And then I've got a couple of more gold frames kind of in that same style, which I'm going to hang up beside that, just with, I'm mocking up some prints in Canva now just to go with that, just to kind of complete this little nook and make it look a bit more done. But still really happy with this. I keep just looking over while I'm working, just thinking I want to be sitting there reading, but really happy with how this has turned out so far. Then at the minute I do have this little kind of space here, which my ring light is just kind of living in, but thinking I'm going to go and get a lamp or something for there, with like maybe a little coffee table or something, just to make it a bit more cozy and somewhere for me to put a drink if I am sitting here. But yeah, that's all I've got done for now. I'm, as I say, just putting on a few books here, probably get these shelves done, and then I'll give you kind of the final run through once I'm done. But it's felt like a bit of a long journey, this one, but really glad to see it all coming together, and it's definitely making it worth it. So yeah, just going to get some more books on the shelves, and then I'll probably give you the final reveal. lovelies, so it's finally done. The room's finally done, and honestly, I couldn't be happier with it. I'm literally working over here all day just looking at this space and just thinking I just want to be sitting, reading and enjoying the room now. So I did do a few close-ups and kind of overview of the layout on the B-roll. So as you will have seen, over here I do have the new shelves. So the point is not to overfill them. So at the minute I do have quite a few books on there, but mostly display, and there's a few shelves at the bottom that are still empty, but I'll just bring you over so you can have a closer look. So as I say, most of these shelves are pretty much just kind of decorated with mostly romance, some literary fiction in there as well, and I do have some fantasy in the back here because obviously I had some overspill from my shelves in the bedroom, but for the most part there's still a huge amount of room in here. You can pretty much double stack on these shelves as well. They're pretty deep, so I think I'll have plenty of room to grow. And as I say, these bottom shelves are pretty much just with boxes and things to kind of just place there while I'm allowing myself to kind of read certain things off my TBR, and as they need to move over to these shelves as well. So really love the way they've turned out. I'll put some footage on the screen because just with the angles of the camera it's not quite getting the full shelves in, but I've taken some footage on my phone, so I will insert it here so you can kind of see all the books that I have on these shelves and kind of what the setup is. My TBR cart is sitting beside them as well, but really happy with the layout, really happy with the amount of room I have to grow, and just so happy that I now have this extra space to put all of the books that I'm reading. And yeah, just makes me so happy. Really happy just looking at it, and it kind of feels like a breath of fresh air in this room as well, because as I say, I do work in here, I work from home, so I'm in this room pretty much every day for 8 hours at a time. Yeah, I just feel like now that it's been done up, it's a room that I actually want to be in, so definitely making my workday a little bit harder because as I say, I do just want to be in my chair reading, but really happy with the space, and it definitely just makes me happy to be in here now. Then we've got the reading nook, which you've seen this a little bit before because I did have the big chair and I moved my TBR shelves over here as well, but a couple of additions is obviously the pictures behind me, so I have put up some little prints. The first one, this big one, I got it on Etsy, so I'll link it below if I can find the link for it as well. Then the other two I just made them on Canva and printed them out myself, so I will again just put up some close-ups of those so that you can kind of see what the book nook looks like, and also the prints that I've printed as well, and just kind of what the setup is here. I do actually have a little reading light that I've bought that will be kind of wall mounted as well, so just waiting for that to come, but it'll probably be put up on the wall somewhere just so that I have some light when I'm reading here as well, because obviously it's in the corner so it is a little bit dark. I'm still deciding whether I want to get a floor lamp for kind of the space that's in between here and the wardrobe that I have here as well, but just taking my time to decide on that one because floor lamps are pretty expensive and I just want to make sure I'm getting the right one and make sure that it's not going to be too cluttered or anything as well. But yeah, that's basically everything, so that's the room all done. I hope you've enjoyed watching this and watching kind of the journey of getting it to basically a book room of my dreams. But yeah, just shows that a lick of paint, a bit of wallpaper and a few extra shelves can really make a huge difference to your room, and I feel like I'm going to be spending a lot of time in here now, even outside of work hours. But yeah, that's everything. That's all for this video. As I say, I hope you've enjoyed it. Let me know where your favourite place is to read, and do you have kind of an assigned chair, room or whatever within your home to read, or do you prefer to go out to read, to sit outside, to sit at a cafe? Let me know your favourite reading spot in the comments below. If you like this video, do remember to give it a like, and if you want to see more from me, remember to subscribe. I post 2 videos per week and it's videos like this, so reading vlogs, TBR jars, come shopping with me, book hauls, all good bookish things like that. Other than that, thanks so much for watching this one. I hope you enjoyed it and I'll see you in the next one soon. Bye!